Now that your account is active, the next step is to create a 4-digit PIN for your administrator user. The administrator user is simply the first person to set up the account. We recommend creating a simple 4-digit PIN like 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and save that PIN. In this next step, don't save that PIN up there. In this next step, we're going to choose how we want to set up the system. Typical setup just gets us started right away and adds some sample products and vendors to the system so that we can test it out. METRC setup is our one-button switchover and lets us pull in all of our information from METRC so we can get up and running really quickly with our live data. An advanced setup is for users who want to go step by step through setting up their account. The METRC setup is the easiest way to bring your information over into marijuana software. To get started with the METRC setup, click Get Started under METRC Setup. The system will make sure that you are successfully connected to METRC, and if not, it will ask you to input your METRC API key. Now you have a choice of importing your packages from METRC or importing your historical sales, which will allow you to use our tax preparation tools and our METRC discrepancy reporting. Let's go ahead and give it a try. I'm going to go ahead and import my sales from the beginning of the year through the current day. The system will go ahead and go to METRC and begin grabbing all of your historical sales, patient, product, and pricing information and begin downloading it to marijuana software. Once this process is complete, the system will show us a preview of our sales so that we can sanity check and make sure that this is what we want to import. If it looks good, then we can just go ahead and import sales into OwnPOS, now marijuana software. All right, the system is bringing over all of our sales, patient, and pricing data, and now we can take a look at the reports page to see what we've brought in. On the reports page, we're going to take a look at the All Sales Monthly Report, which will show us all of our sales information for the previous month. And in this report, we can see everything that we just carried over from METRC without having to input any of it. We have all of our sales information, order numbers, product information, quantities, patient numbers, if any, and tax information. With marijuana software, it's easy to bring over your products and packages directly from METRC. To do that, from our products page, we're just going to click on the METRC Packages button. The system is going to check to make sure that we have a live METRC connection, and then we're going to hit Refresh Packages. This is going to search METRC and pull over any packages that are available to import into the system. Once we review our list of packages, we can import them one by one or just bring over the whole batch of packages. And then that's it. The system will go ahead and import the product, vendor, and tag information into marijuana software, and you're done. Once the import is complete and you go back to your products page, you'll see that all of the products now appear on your products page. The typical setup is the fastest way to get started. Go ahead and click Get Started under Typical Setup, and the system's going to immediately take us to the home screen. What it's done to get us started is it's added a sample product to our system, it's added a sample vendor, and it's set us up to make a sale right away using that sample product from the sample vendor. Managing your inventory with marijuana software is really easy. Here on our products page, you can see a list of the products in your database. You can see the product name, the vendor the product came from, the category it falls under, the METRC tag number, how much you have in backstock, and how much you've made available on the sales floor. What we're going to do now is move some of this product from the backstock to the sales floor and set the out the door price. We're going to click on the METRC tag number. and we are going to add a new jar. Adding a new jar allows us to control how much of the inventory is in backstock versus available on the sales floor. In this case, we don't want to make all of this available on the sales floor, so we're only going to take 1,000 grams. We could set all of the price tiers here, but we're going to just set our gram price at $12 out the door. That's it. We've now moved 1,000 grams to the sales floor, and we have 1,967 grams in backstock. If we go back to our products page, we'll see that the 1,000 grams is now under inventory and available to our bud tenders, and we can go ahead and sell it. Let's do a quick sale. I'm going to go to sales. I'm going to do an anonymous rec sale. Over here on the right, I'm going to see my buds category. There's my product, and here it's $10 a gram. I'm going to add a gram, and then that's it. Employee management is really easy. From the main menu, click Employees. Right now we only have the administrator user, but we're going to go ahead and add a new employee. We need to input the employee's name. In this case, I'm going to make an employee and call them sample employee or sample bud tender. I like that. We're going to go ahead and give them an email address like budtender@marijuanasoftware.com. We don't have to put in their phone number, but we do have to make up a 4-digit PIN for this employee, like 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. If they are just a bud tender with no other permissions, then you can check this bud tender permission sales only checkbox, and they will just be able to do sales. However, if you want them to be able to access daily sales reporting, be able to customize discounts and pricing, if you want to give them permission to edit the website or perform returns and exchanges, then you'll want to check these boxes. If this employee can add and edit products, then you're going to want to make them a stock manager. Perhaps you have an accountant that you want to give access to your system. You can give them reports only access. If your employee needs to manage METRC, then you can make them a METRC manager. And finally, the store manager is the everything permission. I'm going to go ahead and create this bud tender employee with just sales only permission. All right. Now that we've created our sample bud tender employee, we can log out as the administrator and log in as the bud tender. The system takes us directly to the sales screen where we can start a new order, but before we even get started with sales, we can clock in. Marijuana software makes it really easy for your employees to clock in, clock out, and manage their time cards.